So let's type in Marklow and see what we get. So we got the basis analysis, which shows the source and citation for the final verdict. Scrolling down, we can see the final verdict, and that is, oh, he's a builder. And the last code activity being December 18th, and the link to his LinkedIn profile. So let's just switch the tab and see how legit that is. Alright, turns out it is right, so our script is working fine. We get other information as well, like his GitHub username and also a roasting session. So how did I get to this point, right? I was scrolling through Twitter or X one day and I just saw this post, which got me thinking. I wanted to know his LinkedIn profile and GitHub username for absolutely no reason. So I opened up a new tab and searched for his name. But then I was like,
wait a minute!
I'm a software guy, so I should be spending around 5 hours making a script, which probably can do something I can do within 5 minutes. So just like any other person, I hit ChatGPT and I asked the question, how do I get someone's GitHub and LinkedIn username just by using Python? And the answer I got was not that satisfactory. GitHub username from GitHub Search API, man, not interested in that. And also extracting LinkedIn from GitHub profile, again, not interested in that. Google style scraping, I mean, I can do it, but not that satisfactory. So I decided to do things in the old way by using Selenium Python, or maybe using Beautiful Soup. But then again, I thought about the possibility of having to tackle Cloudflare, which most of the websites are behind. But I mean, we do have a chance, which occasionally happens, but that is a whole different thing. And I need to design a script in a way I need to bypass all these things, which is not the kind of effort I want to take. So I did my research again, and then finally it clicked. I got the thing that I'm looking for, parallel AI. So let me just tell you what parallel AI is. So it's basically a web scraper that is super smart with the help of AI, obviously. So what it does is, instead of just grabbing raw text from sites, it actually reads the information, understands it, and answers all the questions that we got. So it's kind of like an AI that can browse through the internet for you, instead of we having to scroll through each and every information on a website. So let's just see how can we build something with it. You click on it, you are taken to a page where you need to sign up first, which I already did, and you'll be given a credit around $20. I've been using it for a couple of days, so I have used around $2 roughly. So on the left side, we can see the different kind of tools and web agents provided by Parallel AI. There are a couple of them, pretty useful, and you scroll down, you can see many web agents too. Monitor one at the end, super useful, which we will get into another video. So let's focus on enrichment. So it is where the agent looks up the web based on the condition that we provide. So for instance, let's say we upload a CSV file with the name of the companies, and we ask the agent to give us all the related information, like the name of the CEO or maybe the link to the company and everything. It just does the job. But what we're gonna do right now is just build something from scratch. So I'm gonna ask the agent to give me all the information based on the X handle that I provide, information like GitHub username, LinkedIn username, blog post if there is any, and also a small roasting session based on their profiles. Now just click on build task spec and wait for it. So right now we got input schema and output schema. Input schema is literally the information that we'll be feeding the agent with, and output schema is what it returns us. All I had to do was just mention the titles. The description was auto-populated by the AI, and if I want to edit it, I just can do that as well. I just need to click on it. That's it. Right now, let's click on the run task spec and see what's gonna happen. So I can mention my X handle over here and the agent will do its job. And in fact, I can even upload a CSV with all the X handles and just do the same thing in one go. So on top of here, you see the different models that you can pick from. The lower you go, the more time it's gonna take because the search is going to be in depth. But for this purpose, I'm gonna go with core because I think that will be pretty much enough. So the idea is to create a script instead of just using the API playground. So from here, I can copy the call command. There's a Python and TypeScript as well. In Python, they have their own libraries, which I don't want to be using right now because I want the script to be really light. So I'm going to be using call command along with Python with the help of request library. Also, you can use the toggle button over here if you want the API key to be populated. So let's copy the call command, and before that you might be thinking, what are the results you're gonna get once you hit this call command, right? So we can go to the documentation page for that and click on the enrichment with web data, and here there's an option where you can ask the AI questions that you've got. So I'm gonna be asking the AI about the results that I'm gonna get once I hit this call command. So I got the result. So it seems like once we hit the call command, we're gonna get the run ID or the run ID. And once we get that, we need to look at the status. Once the status is completed, then we're gonna have to hit the result endpoint with the run ID to get the proper output with all the information that we want, along with the confidence level of the source, citation, and everything. So now let's just go back to our IDE. So I pasted the call command over here, and then I just asked the Gemini to populate a Python script which does both of the requests. The first one to get the run ID, and the second one to get the proper output. So it seems like I've got the Python script, and now let's just see how it works. Now let me just go back to the X and copy the ID which made me glued to the screen for the last 10 hours. And let's just see what the result we're gonna get. So we got the run ID first, and now we're gonna have to wait for the output. Alright, so finally we got the verdict, and on top of that there's all the resources. We got the verdict from all the citations and everything, all the confidence level, all of that. So looking at the verdict, it seems like he's an influencer. Also, we got the LinkedIn profile. Unfortunately, last code activity is unknown, but let's just check how accurate the LinkedIn profile is. So let me just switch to the tab real quick. Okay, so it's pretty accurate. We got the person. We got Simon's LinkedIn, just like that. And we got other information as well. The Rosen's and his GitHub activity too, which is kind of meh, but
I mean, it's all
I guess
right.
it does the job, right? So let me just switch and look out for Mark Lowe. I mean, if you came to know about him through my video, that's quite funny because nobody watches my video. Anyway, that's a different story. So finally we got the output. Scrolling down, we have all these citations, sources, confidence level, and everything. And looking at the final verdict, okay, he's a builder. And also the last code activity is December 18. We got his LinkedIn profile. Let me just check how accurate that is. Alright, we got that right. So it's just working fine. We got other bunch of information as well. We got his GitHub username, and also the top language that's been using, which is JavaScript, and the roasting based on his GitHub profile. Active GitHub with public repos. Comments, more first builder than followers using influencer, LinkedIn results like the CEO founder. I mean,
It's all right. Like,
I don't want to get into that. Okay, let me just check my own profile. Who's the most influential tech person on X with, I don't know. Alright, so I got the run ID and all the resources, citations, and everything that the agent took the information from. Scrolling down, I can see the final verdict. Oh, I'm a builder. That's pretty cool. The last code activity is just the same as Mark Lowe. Coincidence. And the LinkedIn profile is pretty accurate. You can see my GitHub username. That is true. Primary programming languages. Again, that is pretty true. And the roasted session based on my GitHub repos, step-by-step Kubernetes CI/CD tutorials and so. I mean, that's okay. I've got my LinkedIn roast too. Oh, I got follower shamed again. All right, thanks agent for whatever that you're doing. Anyway, so this is a script. So there's a lot more juice you can squeeze out of agent once you tweak the script a bit and ask for more information. Because this is a really powerful tool and you can do a lot of crazy stuff with this. I'll post a link to my repo in the comments. You can check it out and do your thing.